Welcome to Tekedia Daily. I'm Ndubuisi, Ekekwe. Our conversation today we focus on Insure-Tech, the latent massive opportunity in Nigeria. In the country, we have this crave of the fintech. Of course, in the fintech, you have the bank tech and the Insure-Tech. But unfortunately, the fintech is largely synonymous with the bank tech. And what happens here is this: we are certainly neglecting what I would really call a massive opportunity in the financial sector of the country. And let's begin this conversation by looking into the insurance sector in Nigeria. We write a total of about $1 billion in premiums sold every year. The global average is $4.55 trillion. If you run the numbers, you really see that Nigeria is highly underperforming at a population of 180 million people. And when you benchmark with the total population on Earth, South Africa accounts for more than 80% of all premiums sold in sub-Saharan Africa. That's to tell you largely that Nigeria has not even started in the insurance sector. A penetration rate is very, very troubling at 0.4%. Kenya has about 3%, and South Africa at 13%. We are looking at the total premium sold as a proportion of the GDP taken in percentage. Nigerian insurance sector has what I call marginal innovation. We have not changed. We have not really done anything significant in the insurance sector over the last few years. And that is the reason why the stock prices are extremely depressing and the market cap very poor. Some of these companies are basically trading at the junk status, and people don't really see them as being formidable in the Nigeria Stock Exchange. They have the composite, the non-life, life, and reinsurance subsectors in the insurance industry. This is a market definitely you can see a high level of maturity. But unfortunately, the underlying fundamentals, what they do, time has come for somebody to tell them how to do it better. So the problem is that there is no innovation. And some of these companies, the only innovation is that they have a website. Whether the website works or not doesn't really matter. And we have seen continuously lackluster products, services to deliver to the Nigerian citizens and Nigerian businesses. They just sell these things that at the end of the day, you ask yourself, what is this supposed to mean? You want to insure your car, somebody will tell you to pay 3,000 naira. With 3,000 naira, open an opportunity that even if you have a third-party insurance, somebody can count that you have an insurance policy. When you just go around in all these companies, you just see a total lack of innovation. They are growing at 11% CACR because they are actually coming at largely 0%. It's easy to grow at 11% when you are at a penetration rate of less than 0.5%. So let us not be confused at that number. The key thing here is that they should actually be growing at least 60-70%, considering the fact that they have not even started growing. The sector is blaming the customers, that Nigerians have this social attitude, this cultural attitude that they don't want to buy insurance. But they always want to remind them of something. People did not like banking until the Diamond Integrated Banking System started in Nigeria. That was actually the time that people saw the benefit of banking. A trader didn't see the value of banking until Diamond Bank made it possible that you can put your money in one branch of the bank, and in any branch of the bank you can access that money. That was a very huge innovation that actually changed how people saw banking in Nigeria. Move from the level of meeting the needs of the customer to the expectation of the customer to the perception of the customers. People that were moving from the southeastern part of the country to Lagos, they suddenly realized that they could actually deal with that issue of armed robbery on the road, making sure they don't have cash with them. Just have your check leaf when you get to Lagos, walk into any of the bank's branches, and then you just pick the money. So that brought a lot of people into the banking sector, people that were really doing business. The insurance sector has to innovate. It has to commercialize something that will actually make people to value their products. They cannot hide on that, I would say, a false imagination that the customers are to be blamed. So the opportunity is there, and if they can't do it, I believe vividly that the Insure-Tech, the subdivision of the fintech, should do it. And this is a latent opportunity for us in the technology space because as data becomes available, building models, algorithms, AI, increasingly getting better, there is an opportunity to create value. The bank verification number is going to become a very critical element to improve the insurance sector in the country. Using that to build credit systems, integrating into the National Identity Management Commission data. We can build a virtuoso system that will make it possible that we can have a higher level of penetration because people will really find value through trust, honesty, and very great products. There is also the opportunity for cybersecurity insurance as we continue to see that increasingly our companies, our citizens, are being attacked online. We need to find a way to build a cybersecurity insurance policy specifically tailored for the needs of our citizens and our businesses. Someone has to pioneer this, and that is where data is very critical. We also have to build a cyber risk clearance house. In other words, how can companies build regulatory compliance business? How can we build systems that can actually help people manage cyber fraud success? In other words, you have taken care of all the cybersecurity related issues in your company. But you also have these AXOX partners. You also have business partners, vertically integrated, horizontally integrated, or whatever. What is the weakest link in your business? There is certainly an opportunity for somebody, for a company, to evaluate those risk models and profiles in order to give you an indication how secure you are. Because most times it's all about the weakest link. You may be secured as a bank, but the guy that comes to fix your generator could be the weakest link you have in that business. The guy that comes to fix your air conditioning system may be the weakest link you have in that bank. So is there an opportunity for an insurance company to help to build a risk model, bringing all those different pieces together so that you can actually use it even to get the regulatory compliance? I think there is an opportunity in that space. And as we are doing this thing, data will make it possible that we can move insurance into the personalized domain. Auto, rent, housing. There are different elements that insurance will be sold at personalized level instead of the population level that is sold today. I don't drink, I don't smoke. Why should I pay the same premium to somebody that drinks and drives? It doesn't make sense. So you need to reward good behavior. And that is why we need to find a way to get into personalized insurance. There is also this evolving paradigm of crowd insurance where a group of people band together and insure themselves. I think churches and mosques, chambers of commerce, they may begin to test those models as data makes it possible and technology makes it possible to manage those processes. There is also the opportunity for on-demand insurance. How can we make it possible that people just get insurance when they need insurance? You have 3 cars. You rarely drive the third one. You always drive it, maybe once every 3 months when you're going on a special occasion. Why do you need insurance for the whole year? Is that an opportunity for you to buy that insurance when you need it? Of course, there is a law of the land that says you have to have insurance. Is that an opportunity to modify it? That a day before you drive that car outside, you buy insurance for it. And once you park the car, after another 1 day, the insurance it ends. We're also looking at service automation. How do you simplify claim, making it less of a burden to customers? These are areas the fintech can help. We are looking at a moment of algorithmic CEO supported by data-driven chief information officers. Using internet agents and personalized insurance, seeing internet as a branch, as one of the biggest stakes in the country where it can do business. By using technology, internet connectivity to actually deliver services at scale through automation. Building APIs that startups and SMEs can connect, and thinking and understanding that it doesn't even need police to drive compliance to own insurance, because insurance policy will be so good that people will actually go for them. I believe vividly that there is certainly something that can be sold. New policies can come and new market opportunity will arise. It's all going to be driven by innovation. And the internet is there, offering us the largest market, even beyond Lagos, the largest market today. We just have to do it. And that means that the regulatory system has to change. NICOM, NIA, they have to come and work together to see how we can keep an insurance database that a man that bought a car and just crashes into it gets compensated, paid by one insurance company, must pay a penalty for insuring another car the next day. Today, he moves from one insurance company to the other, and he is going as a clean driver without any record attached to him. It makes it impossible for the insurance industry to be profitable because we are not rewarding good behavior. We are not tracking bad behavior. And we are not asking people to pay for the consequences of acting silly. And I also believe the time has come for Nigeria to have the ability to basically give license to truly digital insurance. Imagine an insurance company like the Zoyan insurance company in China. They don't even have an office. They don't even have a physical space. Everything is done through the internet. It's going to reduce the ability to save money. And once that happens, premiums will drop. And when premium drops, customer can afford them. And when customer can afford them, good things happen. You have scale, and then you have the capital you need, which is actually what insurance is all about. Long-term, high-quality capital that you can use to do other things. And then you have the capital to service your claims. We need to think smart. And that means we also have to think how we register and license insurance companies. Today is one of the most difficult licenses you can get in Nigeria because they require that you have to give the CEO of the insurance company equity at the point you are registering the company. Even there, if the person has not contributed anything, thereby making it nearly impossible for an outsider to come in. And that CEO must be a member of a chartered insurer in Nigeria. It's a club, and it's a club that is essentially closed, making it impossible for quality outside capital to come in. I think time has come for NICOM to look into that and see if that kind of policy is actually making it impossible for new ideas to come into the sector. Insurance is a very viable and a very, very good industry. I'm confident that Nigeria has to figure it out. Its fintech must think about insurance opportunity. That is where the biggest opportunity is actually right now. But we have to unlock it and make it happen. You are listening to Tekedia Daily, Ndubuisi.